Hi, I'm Kat, and this is today's tarot. I am switching up the format of how I do the daily readings. So every day we will have 4 cards, with the first one being the opening card, the second one being the challenge, the third card being the overall, and the fourth card being how we're getting through the challenge. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's tarot. The first card that we have for today is the Empress card as the opening card for today. So we are working on a lot of things inwardly as a way to prepare something to move out into the world. The Empress card is ruled by Venus, and it is representing a doorway of sorts that we're getting ready to pass through. And when we pass through that doorway, we will be in a different space in ourselves. It's like literally this is related to the idea of motherhood and preparing for a different aspect of ourselves, preparing something that we're birthing into the world. And so we're in a time of preparation in that. Now, what's challenging us today is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles could be that we're in a place of stagnancy because we're just evaluating what we've done in the past and what has worked and what hasn't worked. And that can kind of give us a place of distraction because we're not actually moving forward, because we are quite literally just looking things over. And yet it also is telling us that part of the challenge is that we have to be patient. We have to learn that patience is part of the game. You can't plant seeds in the ground when it's snowing outside, even though a lot of people would like to. A lot of people want to get a jump start on things that actually have a very set and specific time of when it actually is best to take start in that. So our challenge today is actually realizing that some things will take time and we can't force things, right? The mother cannot force the child out at 6 months because she just wants the child to be born. It's a time of waiting. It's a time of allowing something to build and grow. And it's that allowing part that is challenging for us today. Now, how we work through that challenge is the Hanged Man or the Suspended Man. We have to let go of unnecessary things. We have to let go of unnecessary thought patterns and even painful emotions and circumstances where we find ourselves lost in a mindset. This is a person literally upside down. This is not the right side up. This is the right side up of the card. So there's a reversal, a different way that we're looking at things, a new perspective. And through letting go of things that are not useful, we can work through this challenge and allow something to form out of gaining this new perspective. It's also telling us that, while we're going through the process of looking at the fruits of our past labors or what has worked and what hasn't worked out, it's key to remember that not everything is in our hands. And when we allow things to happen and allow our faith to guide us through circumstances, we really realize that something like our feet are planted on something more divine than material things. And as a culture, we are conditioned to always look at success in life as this material piece, when really it's what we feel inside of ourselves and how we interact with people and who we have surrounding ourselves. So we are getting a different perspective. And by that, having and allowing that perspective, we're going to get through this card that's like, I have a hard time with patience. Because there is an allowing, and knowing that when we get through that allowing, we'll know where to act. Now, the third card, or the third card, or the overall card of the day, was the Temperance card. So this is the overall outcome of the day, where we're going toward, and the Temperance card is ruled by Aquarius. And if you've been watching my videos recently, I've been talking a lot about this stellium that's going on in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius as a sign is considered the water bearer. And there's a lot of astrologers that are confused about that, or are like, I don't get that, it's an air sign. Why is it the water bearer? But it's important to remember that the rain comes from the air, right? Aquarius is an energy of combining fire and water, two opposing energies, to do a sort of alchemy that is better for the community. And so while we're in this time of stellium, with this grouping of planets in Aquarius, there's something brewing within the community that we're starting to see because of the experiences that we've had. And so this is a card reminding us that we learn the most when we can look at our experiences and what we've been through, right? Capricorn is the mountain goat. It climbs up the mountain, but Aquarius is where we get to see what was actually useful while we were climbing up the mountain. And usually it's not just like what we planned to do, it's how we responded to situations, who showed up, and ultimately what we've gained from that experience. So this is a learning that's gained from experience and perspective and what we're going through, and we're ultimately all evolving to a different sense of being and connection with each other, because we're detaching from things that are no longer useful now that we've gone through things and we realize what's essential for us. So that is the reading for today. If you're interested in your own tarot astrology reading, feel free to reach out to me at rootsofalchemy@gmail.com. I can either do a pre-recorded reading or I can do a live reading with you. I also want to let you know I really do appreciate your comments. I know a lot of us are still in an isolated reality right now, and I appreciate them because it reminds me that we're all connected no matter where we are. And I send you love wherever you are, and I will see you again tomorrow.